Good Tuesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. A jackknifed semi-truck and trailer on Highway 28 north of Grant Road slowed last night's commuter traffic approaching the East Wenatchee roundabout near George Sellar Bridge. A Washington State trooper standing on the shoulder of Interstate 90 was hit Monday by a passing motorist. And a major winter storm tonight and Wednesday could bring significant snow to our area. All the details coming up in weather. Frozen pipes that shut down Washington Elementary School in Wenatchee have been repaired and classes will go on as normal on Wednesday. The Wenatchee School District announced workers had discovered the pipe problem over the three-day weekend and then canceled Tuesday classes and daycare programs at the site. The Washington Elementary building was constructed in 2016 after the original building, dating to 1953, was demolished. The U.S. Supreme Court today officially turned down a chance to rule on Washington's new capital gains tax, leaving the tax in place on those who earn more than $250,000 a year on the sale of large capital assets. The Washington legislature passed the tax in 2021, calling it an excise tax, but opponents immediately sued, saying it amounted to an income tax and was therefore illegal under the state constitution. The case was first heard in Douglas County, where Judge Brian Huber ruled in favor of the plaintiffs, but the Washington Supreme Court overruled that verdict. The latest decision means the tax remains law, but opponents have mounted an initiative campaign to have it repealed by voters. The small towns of Douglas County are experiencing sticker shock over the cost of sheriff's patrols within their jurisdictions. Waterville, Mansfield, and 3 other cities regularly contract with the Douglas County Sheriff's Office for expanded police protection. But this year, Sheriff Kevin Morris has proposed new contracts that have local mayors and councils balking at the higher costs. NCWLIFE's Jefferson Robbins has more.
In 2022, the Douglas County Board of Commissioners made a request of Sheriff Kevin Morris. Find out if the county is recovering its cost for providing contracted law enforcement in small communities. The answer, the sheriff told NCWLIFE, was no, and as a result, towns that want police protection beyond a basic response to felony crimes, which is required by state law, will have to pay more, starting with contracts that are approved this year. As recently as 2023, Waterville, the Douglas County seat, paid about $102,000 a year for full police service. Mayor Lloyd Smith told NCWLIFE that this year, if Waterville accepts the new contract, that will increase to $123,000, then go up at a similar rate in 2025 and again in 2026. Waterville's town council has not approved Morris's proposed contract and is now operating under a 120-day grace period. The same is true in Bridgeport and Mansfield, which have also balked at higher prices for patrol services. Morris says he believes the new 5-year contracts are fair and phase in the increased pricing over multiple years, rather than piling on the full charge all at once. Each call for service cost the sheriff's office an average of $900 over the past 5 years, Morris said, and he arrived at the new charges for Douglas County towns by assessing $1 per call for service from each municipality. The new contracts also include a 3% automatic increase each year to account for inflation. Towns that don't adopt the new contracts, Morris said, can expect to see deputies in their communities less often, and no enforcement of things like municipal code violations. Smith, who's Waterville's newly elected mayor, says he's looking for other options, including a countywide law enforcement tax that would help all municipalities pay for sheriff's patrol services. Such a tax would have to be adopted by the county commissioners. Jefferson Robbins, NCWLIFE.
A jackknife semi-truck and trailer on Highway 28 north of Grant Road slowed last night's commuter traffic approaching the East Wenatchee roundabout near George Sellar Bridge. The accident near the highway's intersection with 5th Street Northeast happened at about 4 p.m. Getting the truck turned back on the road required a heavy-duty tow and reduced the approach to the bridge down to 1 lane of stop-and-go traffic. Authorities had the rig straightened out and ready to get underway by about 4:30 p.m. When we come back, the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is hosting a campaign to crown a canine king and queen to be in the 2024 Washington State Apple Blossoms to Milk Grand Parade coming up on May 4th. And 6 local celebrities will compete in Dancing with the Wenatchee Stars this Saturday to raise money for local nonprofits. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why people here drive Honda. Dependable all-wheel drive with traction control, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to fill up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda is known for legendary fuel efficiency? Great deals are here now, and so is Mr. Frost. So see your Inland Northwest Honda dealer today. Honda can handle it.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
A Washington State trooper standing on the shoulder of Interstate 90 was hit Monday by a passing motorist. The State Patrol says Trooper Elijah Eilers was on the shoulder contacting a parked vehicle at milepost 57 near Hayek about 2:30 p.m. when the 21-year-old driver of a Toyota RAV4 lost control and struck both Eilers and the parked car. Eilers, who's 26 years old, was not seriously injured but was taken to Kittitas Valley Hospital as a precaution. The driver faces a citation for driving too fast for conditions. The Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is hosting a campaign to crown a canine king and queen to be in the 2024 Washington State Apple Blossoms to Milk Grand Parade on May 4th. Dog owners residing in either Chelan or Douglas County can nominate their furry friend now on the Humane Society's website for a $20 entry. Voting on the top 10 will take place February 28th through March 8th at $1 per vote before the royalty are officially announced on March 11th. The winning king and queen will receive an official crowning ceremony on April 20th. 6 local celebrities will compete in Dancing with the Wenatchee Stars this Saturday to raise money for local nonprofits. Dancers in the competition include East Wenatchee Mayor Crawford, owner of Wenatchee Wear and R Digital Design Mary Big Bull Lewis, and Mission Ridge Ski Patrol Director Delcy Prophet. The winner will be voted on by the audience. The competition will be at the Numerica Performing Arts Center with doors opening at 7 p.m. Tickets are available on the PAC's website. Coming up next in tonight's feature story, NCWLIFE's Jefferson Robbins tells us how 7th District Representative Joel Kretz would let internet development funds flow more easily to the least urban areas. A winter storm is upon us with accumulating snow likely. I'll let you know how much we can expect coming up in your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
Abby says thank you to our thousands of pizza-loving friends from our first 60 years. From our family to yours, thank you. This January, Abby's is proud to offer our classic Big Hawaiian Pizza at a very special price. Order now at abbeys.com or join us in our parlor for a legendary pizza tradition.
In tonight's features story, 7th District State Representative Joel Kretz represents fully half of the Wenatchee Valley, but his home base is far more remote, the tiny, cute community of Wakanda, where he raises and sells quarter horses. For years, Kretz has been focused on better broadband internet service for the most rural areas of Washington. This year, he and fellow 7th District Republican Jacqueline Maycumber joined the 13th District's Tom Dent to push for new language in the law, which would let internet development funds flow more easily to the least urban areas.
You know, it's a great equalizer, and you know, I've talked to more people that are in remote areas that can't really get good internet service, and you know, we've focused in the past on huge fiber projects, which I think they were needed. You know, that's kind of the basis of the system. But what I focused on the last couple of years is the low orbit satellite systems, and right now Starlink is functioning. Amazon is coming out with one of their own here pretty quick, so there will be competition, which is good. You know, but these are unbelievable systems. I got Starlink about 3 years ago. There's a little waiting period. They're putting up new satellites all the time, but there's a little bit of a drag. You got to wait. But when you get to the top of the list, you can get it if you've got $600. And what I've run into is a lot of people don't have $600. You know, we've got huge low income areas. We're an internet desert. We've got a large Hispanic population, large tribal population, very low incomes. You know, all the things are there, but so far we've had a hard time getting it out into the really underserved places. I've got a bill that I dropped late last year. It was a really good idea from some of the staff. You know, when we're spending money, we've got different designations, and what we've used in most of the 7th District is the rural definition. What I've found when you go rural, it mostly goes to places like North Bend, you know, which is sitting on I-90, you know, 20 minutes to Seattle. They don't have the problem, but they do have a large staff that are, you know, they have the ability to apply for grants and funding and all that. Whereas a Wakanda or, you know, many of our really remote areas, you know, they don't even have a city council. They're not going to get in the game. So I've got a bill 1835 that I'm going to work this year that would create a new designation of frontier, which goes beyond rural to frontier. So the really extreme instances, and I think the most underserved areas would fall into the frontier designation. So it probably won't do much of anything this year. I'd like to get the definition in, but it would be a way to direct funding to some of the most underserved areas.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Tuesday. At least we saw a little bit of sunshine today, and temperatures did slowly warm up. But boy, all in all, we're still in the deep freeze all around North Central Washington. Look at the beautiful winter wonderland. Our Stein Hill Sky-Fi Tower camera looking up at the upper valley. You can see around in here the Big Y Cafe in that area. And boy, the hills look beautiful, snow-capped right now, and we have more on the way. Yeah, winter storm is upon us, and this is what we are expecting, folks. And just take a look at Snoqualmie Pass, 36 to 48 inches. This is from today at 4 p.m. until about 4 a.m. on Thursday. 36 to 48 inches of snow. The Weather Service is saying about 3 to 4 inches here in the Wenatchee area. I think it's going to be more than that. We'll have to wait and see. 8 to 12 inches for Leavenworth, 4 to 6 in Chelan, and Omak, you also about 3 to 4 inches of snow as this first of two system makes its way into North Central Washington. We also have the possibility of freezing rain, and this could happen Friday night into Saturday. We could see up to 1/10 of an inch of ice on the roadways if this does happen. Boy, conditions have to be just right for freezing rain to occur, and if it does, that is some of the slipperiest conditions you are ever going to deal with, probably worse than last Thursday was here in the Wenatchee area. So we are definitely keeping our eye on that as we make our way into the end of the week. All right, today's high temperature, how about that? Warm, 15 degrees our high today, 33 is where we should be for this time of year, 55 our record high, and that was set in 1994. We set our 5th in a row, overnight low record 1 degree. That broke the old record of 6 that was set in 1997. 24 is our normal overnight low temperature. Sunrise this morning, 7:43, and the sun will set, or did set this afternoon at 4:38. All right, let's take a look at those temperatures for your Wednesday. And the temperatures will continue to slowly warm up. We talked about moderating temperatures, and it's happening. 22 in Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy. Just slightly cooler for Wenatchee and Entiat. Also 22 in Chelan and up in Omak. Cooler spots, Leavenworth at 19, and Lake Wenatchee checking in tomorrow at 17 degrees. All right, let's take a look at that surface loop. We'll begin with tonight. Snow is likely as that first round of storminess moves our way. There are the clouds associated with it. And look at the snow showers as we get into later tonight and into our overnight. I think 2 to 4 inches possible as we wake up tomorrow morning. And here you go for your morning commute. And this is the afternoon. Another 2 to 4 inches I think is possible on Wednesday. As we talked about, a little bit warmer. High temperatures around 20 degrees. For your Thursday, cloudy skies, a double shot of low pressure beginning to move in. We will see snow from that beginning to develop Thursday night. Another 1 to 3 inches is possible Thursday night. High temperatures in those mid-20s on Thursday, so we continue to slowly warm up. Cloudy skies as an area of low pressure just kind of sits off the coast. A 70% chance, maybe a rain-snow mix on Friday, because we're going to see temperatures right around 30 degrees for Friday. And then Saturday, going to be a wet start to our weekend. A 70% chance of mainly rain and snow showers, clearing in the afternoon and warmer with high temperatures generally in the mid-30s. So we'll actually be above normal temperatures on Saturday. The warm-up will continue on Sunday, but so will the rain showers. Cloudy skies, a 70% chance of the wet stuff. Highs on Sunday in the upper 30s, so we'll be well above normal on Sunday. And then getting into Monday, we still have a chance for some morning rain showers. The percentage is going down as we get into Monday, but it's wet all over the western U.S. Mostly cloudy in the afternoon. And look at that, high temperatures on Monday near 40 degrees, and won't that feel nice? Tonight's overnight low, 13 degrees. Don't think we're going to break any records tonight. Cloudy, snow is likely overnight tonight into tomorrow. 4 inches could be on the ground tomorrow, and then we're going to see more snow Wednesday into Thursday, where we could see another 4 inches possible. But notice the slow warm-up. We are going to stay wet even into Friday, 28 with rain and snow likely. Morning rain and snow showers on Saturday, 33 degrees the high, and then some rain likely once again Sunday. The warm-up continues at 37, and for Monday, our next work week, morning rain showers giving way to mostly cloudy skies in the afternoon with a high temperature near 40 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
What once was old now is new to the NCWLIFE channel. Tune in for Bonanza, Superman, The Andy Griffith Show, The Beverly Hillbillies, The Invisible Man, The Lone Ranger, and The Lucy Show. Check your program guide for classic programming on NCWLIFE channel, your local TV station. The Seattle Kraken's franchise record 9-game winning streak came to an end with a thud yesterday and a 3-0 shutout to Pittsburgh. Joey Decord stood tall in net through the first period, but the Penguins' relentless attack cashed in during the second to end Seattle's winning streak.
Tanev intercepted slightly by Nola Chari. A breakout, Jeff Carter with a shot turned out by Joey Decord. Turned out by Rickard Rakell. Rakell now cuts across with Gensel. Gensel a shot out in front. Denied. Joey Decord got it. Pedersen, Malkin. Ryan Rust has a man free. It's O'Connor. He scores. Drew O'Connor left all alone on the weak side. Reset by Rakell. Letang Crosby. He scores. Sidney Crosby sweeps it home. Zone entry, Yamamoto, Tatar, and tight across it goes. Jari said no on Schwartz. It's Dumoulin. Tatar got onside. Dumoulin. Eberle with a shot off the post. And it goes out of play for Riker Evans. The rookie now draws the attention of Ruedel and Eller. It's trapped. McCann with a shot off the bar. And it goes out of play. 2-on-1. Rakell with Crosby, who has it. He'll dangle. Shut down by Decord. For Seattle. He comes out to center. Through the logo. Picked up by Crosby. He hits it. Sidney Crosby with his second goal of this afternoon in Pittsburgh has a 3-0 lead. Connor with the other. And the one story left belongs to the Pittsburgh goaltender. Tristan Jarry. Shutout number 5, his 18th in his NHL career, and Seattle's team record 9-game winning streak will end.
Illness has crept into the Kraken's lineup, with Jaden Schwartz and coach Dave Haxtell admitting there was a lack of energy on Monday.
I just didn't think we executed well enough. We looked a little tired at times. Just didn't have that same jump and energy, and just weren't able to make passes and execute and get to the inside enough. So we got to rest up, get some energy tonight, and be better tomorrow.
Well, for sure, we had some guys that were a little bit under the weather, so that that affects some of the players in the lineup with energy. That obviously doesn't affect everybody in the lineup, but we didn't manage the puck very well in the first period. Neither. This is a team that pressures pretty well. They pressure hard. They have good sticks. We didn't come out of our zone as well as we needed to, and we definitely didn't enter into their zone. We didn't manage the puck well enough in the first period. That's where, a lot of the opportunities for them came from. They came right off our tape. A couple of mistakes early in the second period, and we're chasing the game from there.
Seattle will have to pick up the energy levels today as they're in New York to face the Rangers. That game underway on Root Sports Northwest. The Wenatchee Wild have a rare Tuesday game in Western Hockey League action tonight. Wenatchee is hosting the Kamloops Blazers at the Town Toyota Center. Wild are trying to shake off the effects of a 7-3 loss Sunday to Everett. Austin Drade stopped by Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with Dan Kuntz and admitted there's still some evidence of guys getting used to each other with the recent roster shakeup.
I think for some guys, there's a little bit of a feeling out process as to what's my role right now on the team. We don't have that top-end talent that we had with Connor Geekie and Matthew Savoy, but at the same time, I think there's a little more depth at the back end. We've got a little bit more on that third and probably the fourth line to fill in that latter part of the lineup. So maybe some nights we're not quite rolling all 3 or all 4 lines like we're hoping to, but I think we've got more potential to have some competitive nights from that third line, from that fourth line than maybe we did before. And, of course, we got the draft picks to go with it.
Following the recent trades, the Western Hockey League has frozen rosters on teams across the league. Drade says the only changes moving forward will be younger players and affiliate teams getting a chance to play.
You might have some affiliate players come up from some of your younger teams that might play a few games. The 15-year-olds are limited to 5 games until their seasons end, and I believe the 16-year-olds are limited to 10 until their AAA seasons or their school seasons end. But you might see some of those guys come up. But as far as signing players to the organization or making a trade to bring in some new faces, right now that roster is frozen.
The good news for Wenatchee is an eye to the future with all the draft picks the Wild picked up with the recent trades.
They're bringing in 17 draft picks since July when we made our first moves with Gabe Ludwig and Lucas Sherbina back there over the summer. 4 of those are first-round picks, 2 of those are second-round picks over the next few years. So that's that right there is a significant bump. But then you start talking about third-round, fourth-round, your mid-round draft picks, and having 17 draft picks, I don't think we've quite recouped everything that Winnipeg traded away to make the runs that they did, but at the same time we're close, and we brought in some solid talent, some young talent that can help fill in for us while they're developing, and hopefully make a run at really turning those guys into some top-end talent too.
Wenatchee and Kamloops drop the puck at 6 o'clock tonight at the Town Toyota Center. For tickets, go to WenatcheeWildHockey.com. Well, Eastmont Lanes was the site for prep girls bowling earlier today. It was Eastmont hosting West Valley, Wenatchee taking on Moses Lake. We'll have the scores for you tomorrow. There's only one more match left of the season before the district tournament at Eastmont Lanes coming up on January 26th. There were 5 prep basketball games played last night around north central Washington. Checking the Les Schwab scoreboard, first of all, Wilson Creek boys and girls swept Cascade Christian. The Devil boys were victorious 75-54. While the girls won 30-24. Bridgeport split with Oroville, with the Mustang boys winning 67-49. The Hornet girls prevailed 48-37. In a non-league game last night, Davenport girls beat Waterville Mansfield 59-43. On the girls' schedule tonight, Ifrit is hosting Prosser, while Pateros visits Riverside Christian. Cascade plays at Quincy, while Cashmere hosts Cle Elum. 6 o'clock games have Cascade Christian at Waterville Mansfield. Soap Lake hosts Moses Lake Christian. Tonaskett's at Okanagan. Brewster hosts Lake Roosevelt, and Manson visits Liberty Bell. On the boys' schedule, very similar to the girls, only different start times. Antioch plays at Thorpe at 6. Riverside Christian hosts Pateros at 7, while Prosser visits Ephrata. Quincy hosts Cascade at 7:15, while Cle Elum's at Cashmere. Okanagan welcomes Tonasket at 7:30, while Lake Roosevelt visits Brewster. Liberty Bell hosts Manson. Cascade Christian plays at Waterville Mansfield, and Soap Lake hosts Moses Lake Christian. Also, wrestling mats busy today. Oroville hosting Elmira Cooley Heartline. Kettle Falls, Okanagan, and Omak. Also, Moses Lake has a non-league match at home tonight against Richland. That starts at 7 o'clock. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.
Dan Coombs, host of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley tomorrow for a Wednesday edition. Jefferson Robbins, our news director, had a chance to sit down and have a great conversation, very informative conversation, with 7th District State Representative Joel Kretz, who now represents a good swath of Douglas County. We'll find out what his goals are in Olympia during the legislative session that's underway. Great conversation there. Winning Wednesday. Tomorrow, I'll be giving something away. What, I don't know. We'll find out together tomorrow. And we'll have highlights of not only the Wenatchee Wild when they take on Kamloops tonight, but also highlights of the Kraken and the Rangers. A full slate on a Wednesday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. live and local right here.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around north central Washington, you can find us at NCWLIFE.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.
NCW Life Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCW Life would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.